All right, let's see if I can hand hold this. So here we have a trench. There we have a Gary. Here we have a trench. I need to bring the shovel down so we can clean it up a bit. And what this is going to do, both my 30 amp line going to the cabin up there, which is in conduit, oh, you can't put that in conduit, is going to get buried along with my supply line for the barn and the house. That's direct burial cable. It does not have to go in conduit. But they're going to ride together up through here to this point, and then the cabin is going to continue on in that direction, and obviously the house and the barn is going to continue over there all the way back to the barn. So what I'm going to do right now is take out the breaker with this 10-2 wire in it for the cabin, so I can put all of it in conduit and put the connector coming up to the box, so it looks more dignified. So what we have here, to refresh your memory, is my meter base and my disconnect. And that's where I have my breaker for the cabin. So let me take this cover off. The first thing I'm going to do is turn off the power. This switch turns off everything from this point back, because I need to get this out of here. Hey, I might sell this place. It's just getting to be too much traffic out here. Take this cover off of here. Now I have my ground and my neutral and my hot in this. I'm going to turn this off just so, because I'm going to pull this breaker out. Alright, let's see if this works the way I hope it works. Alright, now I need to plug in the cabin. Here's the test. You're probably all glared out again. All full of glare. Yes, of course. Alright, I'm going to turn the main power on. That's energized. Now the cabin power. That's energized. Got power? There you go. That's how simple it was. Now this is in conduit and it's buried, which is much better. Good morning, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the X off-grid cabin, because it's now on the grid. This is Sunday, November 5th. Time's changed, so I got to start earlier because it's going to get dark about 4:30. Let me catch up on what's happening. Yesterday was trenching and pulling wire day. Today is going to be backfilling everything. Let me show you what we did here. Give you a real quick overview before I get started for today. Man, It's about 450 feet of trench that we did. And starting back here at the meter base and the service panel, trenched all the way through here. Now, where the wire for the cabin is going, it's hard to see. There's a lot of crap through here. And, well, let me get over there. Evidently, there was some kind of building here. There was something built here with all these bricks. And it goes down pretty deep. I don't know if it was a well or what it was. But in order to avoid that, when we trenched, we brought the line back to that point where I share it with what's going to the barn and the house. But I trenched around this arc here, all the way around everything to get to the cabin where it plugs in. Well, that was a bad idea, because the cord I had made, the extension cord I had made, wasn't long enough for all of this. So we had to go back and trench a new ditch. And we got to this point to where that foundation was with all the brick. And we had to stop. And we picked it back up over there and went on in with it. So I don't know what I'm going to do here yet. I'm going to see if I can at least get, maybe with the shovel, low enough to where I can put it underground and not run over with the mower or anything. But that was fun. And I got the orange wire, you know, it's 10-2 wire, just carrying 30 amps. I buried it in the gray conduit. You know, people were, oh, you can't bury that stuff. You're not allowed to bury that stuff. You know what? Number one, I repeat it. I have no codes out here. I am not an electrician. I'm not licensed in anything except driving. So don't go by what I say. Check all your local codes. Ask real electricians, which is what I do. You Google whether or not you can put AWG wire. I got the 10-2 orange wire. You Google whether or not you can put that in conduit underground. Half will say no, half will say yes. I felt more comfortable doing it, so that's what I did. And I also, where it was hanging down out of the box, I got the elbows and the fittings and put that in conduit coming out of the box, just like I will this 10-2 wire. So that took care of the cabin. On to the house part. Now, hanging down on there is some 2246 wire. It's 100 amp wire, direct bury. So I don't have to worry about conduit for that. It's got the extra wire there. I only need the 2 2s and the 4. I need the 2 hots and the neutrals, all I need, because I'm going from that to a panel in my house. This is required for trailers and things where you can't put your panel inside the house. It has to be outside, so it's got the separate ground wire, blah, blah, blah. I could peel it all off of there and sell it, or have, you know, a boatload of number 6 copper wire. But I'm just leaving it all on the ground. So this trench, as I meander on, I don't know if you can see the wire down in there or not. Like I said, I'm about 3 feet down. I didn't have to go that low, but that's what we did. Had to fill in a little bit here to get the tractor across. And the net goes all the way up to the barn. I'll show you what I do up there. This I had to be careful with. This black wire is my fiber optic cable that runs to the cabin. If we walk on down this trench, then like I said, this was a job, folks, and having to do it all backwards. If I had to do it over again, I've never done this before. This is all brand new to me. I'm sure I would paint a line or drop a line, do something to where I could be more straight. But I started heading straight, and then realized I was going to get too close to that tree stump, and I wanted to try to split the middle and then get back over to where the house is going, because I went through some serious roots. Let me tell you, you saw when we were using the excavator, I had to do that up there. And then this tree, those trees up there, I mean, there was some obstacles, and then ran into a bunch of rock down through here. But it got it done. That's what's important. Right here is where I'm going to put the house. So I had enough. This was so perfect. Remember, I bought this wire for 50 cents a foot. I have enough to come out, because right here in this area is going to be the edge of the house. Going in that direction, the service panel in the house is going to go right here. Driveway is going to go over this, so I'm not worried about trying to drill through anything. So that will connect me from the meter base, from the meter base to the house. Then I put another line, if you see that continuing on, which will be to the barn. That comes down here, cuts across this way. Don't know what the hell that is, but I ain't too worried about it. This I could not get deep enough. I think to make this bank, they buried junk here, because that is all bricks and block and just all kinds of shit through there. But I'll bury what I can. And it comes out here, and I got plenty of extra that's gonna walk along, go across the sill plate up into the sub panel inside the barn. That's gonna come off of a 50 amp breaker inside the house. The only thing that's going to be out here is some power tools and LED lights. It's not going to be 220. I don't need it. I'm not going to be running that. So that'll be an easy one. Anyway, that was the trenching and the cable and my thoughts on how I'm going to make it all work. So today, like I said, it's kind of funny. I was at Lowe's looking for the biggest hoe I could find to backfill all this and drag all the dirt back over. And it dawned on me, I have a 4-foot hoe in the barn. It's sitting on the front of my tractor. I don't know why I wasn't thinking of that. But I'll save that for the second video. This is just showing you what I did yesterday. And I'll try to shoot some video of the backfilling and me playing on the tractor and learning how to do that part of it. But like I said, it's the first time ever trenching anything. And going around obstacles made it happen though, folks. That's what matters. All right. This is the walk behind trencher I rented. You know, I was bitching about the cost on another video, because I thought the cost was too much. And it's hunting season, by the way. And by renting it Friday afternoon, I have it all weekend. I have to take it back by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. But it's back on the trailer and chained up, ready to go. I do want to give a shout out to Sunbelt Rentals. and especially Nick, who helped me out over there and set all this up. When I got there Friday afternoon, we loaded it on the trailer, my trailer, and it was too heavy. It would have been bad. So I said, you know what, I'm going to have to postpone this. I have to do another day. My friend Gary's got a much bigger trailer, heavier duty trailer. We'll have to bring it out here and load this up, because that's a heavy piece of equipment. And he said, well, we looked around, and he saw this trailer sitting over there. He said, how about if I rent you this trailer for the weekend for nothing? I'm like, really? He was like, yeah, park your trailer over there and drop it, and then drive around and pick up this one. And I said, well, I don't have a 2-inch ball. That requires a 2-inch ball. I got a 1 7/16, or 1 3/4, 7/8, something like that. And he said, well, let me go and find you a ball. He came out with another hitch and ball so they could pull this. And he said, you got a strap? I said, well, I got a strap, yeah. He said, let me find a chain for you and a binder. He said, I'll feel safer that way. So they set this whole thing up for me at no charge. I'm just amazed. The customer service was above and beyond the Call of Duty there. So I definitely want to give them a shout out. And even though it was more expensive than I thought it should have been, they hooked me up. So good for them. So that's going to be it. I'm going to close this out now, show you what a beautiful day it was. I didn't do a live stream last night because we didn't get done here until about 5 o'clock, 5:30, something like that. Then I had to cook and try to rest up a bit and chew me one of them there gummies. But yeah, I just didn't get to do a live stream. I'll try to catch up on that. But I'm going to close this thing out and go in there and suck up some. I got vacuum cleaner now, and all I'm doing is just vacuuming up those Asian ladybug beetle things. That's when they come out. You know, you go through a cold spell, and then the temperatures get back up. It warms up into the 60s, and they go crazy. So they are everywhere. Anyway, hope y'all have a wonderful Sunday. Look for part 2, which is going to be me backfilling all this stuff and maybe do another overview of what my plans are, showing you the box inside. But this is Joe out here at the on-grid cabin, folks. I'm out.